I'm creating $1 million honey sweetened ice cream business by following the steps from Noah Kagan's book, $1 Million Weekend. Last time I followed steps 1 through 3, which are basically the steps where you come up with your business idea. I decided to create a business that sells honey sweetened ice cream because this is something I would personally buy at the store myself. I wanted to create a healthy, naturally sweetened ice cream, but I haven't really done anything concrete yet. Now it's time to start taking action. In this video, I'm focusing primarily on the next stage of Noah's book, validation. Noah Kagan, the author of $1 Million Weekend, says that validation is one of the most important steps that people often overlook when starting a business. You see, we need to find out if people would actually be willing to pay us for what we're trying to sell before we've made any significant investment. Otherwise, our idea might just suck and we waste a bunch of time. But since I haven't actually made this honey sweetened ice cream myself yet, I felt weird trying to sell it to people, and I didn't feel like I could actually believe in it enough to try to do that. So I bought an ice cream maker. I did a little bit of research and bought the one I thought would work best. Whoa, that was quick. I wanted to be able to actually test out a recipe to see if it was really as good as I thought it was. Thankfully, because I bought it on Amazon, I should be able to get my money back if my idea does fail in validation. Another box? I didn't want to go pitching something to people that I didn't really believe in. I found a recipe online that seemed about right. It had all the ingredients that I was looking for and it was pretty simple, so I went with that. So I read the manual, got the ice cream maker set up, and then, just as I was getting going, my wife took over to show me how it was done. And so I kind of just watched her and sat back. The ice cream is so simple. It only has milk, cream, honey, salt, and a little vanilla extract. This is exactly what I'm going for. Simple, healthy, and minimalist. And so far, I think it's looking pretty good. Is that good? And before I knew it, it was time to taste. And it was actually good. So I knew I was on to something. And after all that, it's finally time to validate our idea. Noah recommends that we follow the 48-hour money challenge. Here, the goal is to get our first 3 paying customers in 48 hours. That gives me 2 days to make 3 sales. Let's see if we can do it. I came up with a few different ways to reach out to people, but I decided that the best way would be to send emails to my Dream 10. The Dream 10 is a list of 10 people who come to mind when we think of who to validate our idea with. These are people we know who want to support us and who could actually benefit from what we're trying to sell. So I got to work. I wrote up my emails, got my Dream 10 ready, and I just had time to send them out before I went to my Pilates class. And then, alright, guess what? I already got a couple of responses. I literally just sent the emails, went to Hot Pilates, and just got back, and I already have 2 responses. Actually, I think I have 3 responses. One says I would be interested. I don't know if that means yes, because you actually try to get payment up front, because people will often say that they're interested while not actually being interested. Really, to get payment means people are actually interested and they want what you're trying to sell. But then someone else said, sold, exclamation point. 1 pint please, I'll Venmo you. Or I'm gonna go take a shower now. And then I went about my evening and didn't hear back from anyone else until the next day. Woo, 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 woo. Just got home, checked my email. I got another person who wants to buy the ice cream. So far I think we're at 3. And it's been, what, about 42 hours? So we're doing pretty good. So I think we're good. I gotta check the book to make sure though. But you know what that means? That means it's time to cook up another batch of ice cream. I don't really know if cook is the right word because, I mean, it's cold. Got my milk, got my other stuff. It's time to do it. Uh-oh, there's the fridge beeping because I left it open. All right. So the 48-hour period is over now, and I made 3 sales, plus 1 maybe. I think that's pretty good. According to the book, this is enough to validate our idea. And even though I only made $28, I still feel really good about this 48-hour period, because I proved to myself, first of all, that I could even do it, and second of all, that people want this product, which is really encouraging. It also helped me to realize that people want to support you if they're able to. And last night I ended up making another batch of ice cream, so I have 3 pints ready to go, which I'll be delivering next week, and hopefully I'll be able to get feedback on those to make the product even better in the future. And then after that, I'll be able to figure out where to go from there. And I actually feel pretty excited about this idea because, like I said, it's not really on the market right now, and I'm pretty sure people are starting to want something healthier, a better alternative to cane sugar in their ice cream. I don't think ice cream has to be unhealthy if we sweeten it with honey. And then the next morning, I researched to see what the next steps would be to grow this business. I ended up calling several different people to get as much information as I could, and I ended up learning a bunch of different things. Yeah, I was just curious about what the actual permit, like if I wanted to get my business set up to legally be able to distribute.
The actual, with the dairy and it being legit stuff, that's a question for the inspector.
Okay.
They have the first thing in the morning.
Send you to the state, the CDPH, California Department of Public Health, and then once you're there, frozen dairy dessert category. There's a lot of rules and regulations.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It won't pass a shared kitchen scenario.
It's hard to know where to go from here. Turns out getting into this kind of business is much more difficult than I would have expected. In Noah's book, he makes it really accessible and easy to start a business. At least he makes it seem that way. And I totally think that he's right in most regards. But getting into the food business is something entirely different, especially when it comes to dairy products like ice cream. In California, where I'm at, there are abundant regulations. Even to legally manufacture ice cream, you need an entire approved facility to do that. I looked into using shared kitchen spaces where you rent a couple of hours in the kitchen. The issue is that with these shared kitchens, dairy products, and ice cream in particular, are not allowed to be manufactured there. You need your own dedicated kitchen. So it's difficult. Okay, dude, I've heard enough of your freaking pity party. I've got something much more interesting to tell you guys. The plan is not dead. I have another idea. It's gonna take me a little bit of time to figure it out and see where to go next, but the next video that I post is probably not gonna be about this business, but don't worry, I am gonna continue pursuing this idea and see how far I can get with it. I'm not giving up yet. Even though it is getting a little bit more difficult than what I would have expected, we're gonna keep trying and pursue this until I completely hit a dead end. There's a lot in the works and I'm still getting that all ready. All right, I'll see you in the next one.